20th, May 20th. How are you, man?
The Chandler Gilbert women's basketball team is looking for back-to-back wins. Today they welcome in league rival, the Artichokes of Scottsdale Community College, right here at the Coyote Center on the Chandler Gilbert Sports Network. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joe Pequeno alongside the great people here at Chandler Gilbert, Fletcher Brown and Leon Sutton, the coaches of the Coyotes. The Coyotes ran into a little bit of a four-game slide, but they got back on track with the 70-52 road win over South Mountain. Cheryl Yazzie with a game-high 25 points, 5 of 5 from 3. The team was amazing. They shot 56%, 50% from 3. Coyotes coming into this one, 4-7 in the league, 9-9 overall. Today they welcome in Scottsdale, a team they beat earlier in the season at Scottsdale. They played one of their best games of the year, winning 71-67. They got balanced scoring. Alana West with 14, Aisha Ashley with 12, Cheryl Yazzie with 11, Steph De Silva with 13. The squad shot 46%, 31% from 3. Blistering at the line, shooting 81%. And now it's the rematch right here at the Coyote Center. Coyotes led by leading scorer in sophomore Alana West with almost 10 a game, ranked 13th in the league in field goal percentage at 41%. Steph De Silva knocking down 8. Cheryl Yazzie, who's really coming in, starting to develop that offensive game and confidence, putting up 7 tonight. Coyotes average 58 points, shoot 37%, 27% from 3, 69 for the line with 31 rebounds and almost 10 assists. Starting lineup for Chandler Gilbert. Number 10, Cheryl Yazzie. Number 20, Rebecca Gutierrez. Number 23, Steph De Silva. Number 24, Lana West. Number 32, Aisha Ashley. Of course, Chandler Gilbert, led by Fletcher Brown in his third year. The native of San Francisco has his team playing hard. His assistant, the charismatic Leon Sutton, a well-versed college basketball career, and now he's giving back right here to Chandler Gilbert. And this Scottsdale team comes in, and it's almost unfair of their schedule. They've lost 4 of their last 5, but you look at their schedule. They played Pima losing 63-54, at Arizona Western 51-44. They knocked off Glendale Community College 86-52, and back-to-back losses to Mesa Community College 52-51 and 57-48. Of course, we all know how good Mesa is, ranked in the top 10, coming in at number 6. Mesa, led by Coach Stevenson, 11-4 overall. So this Artichokes team is battle-tested. We're going to take a moment for the national anthem, and we'll talk more about the Artichokes and the Coyotes right here at the Coyote Center. National anthem taken care of. Now we talk about this well-oiled Artichokes team led by head coach John Bonham in his third year and his great assistant, Tasha Washington, who went to school at South Mountain, was an All-American at Armstrong Atlantic State University. Great conversation with her. And as we talk about the starting lineup for Scottsdale, starts with number 1, Shaylin Singer. Number 13, Talia Dial. Number 15, Aston Martinez. Number 20, Nikiana Kinzel. And number 42, Katie Frost. So when we talk about the Artichokes, a team that has got plenty of scoring punch, a team that can fill it up, and a team that's going to be looking for payback. This is a team that, led by Talia Dial, puts up 13 a game, ranked 11th in the league. Danae Williams is one to watch. She puts up 12 a game, also second in field goal percentage in the league at 52%. Michaela Snyder knocks down almost 10 points a game. Nikki Kinzel can light it up from three, hitting 15 of 39 threes for 42%, ranked second in the league. Kinzel also putting up 3.5 assists per game, which ranks 8th in the league. Martinez, kind of talked about, a force, averaging almost 8 rebounds, which ranks 8th in the league. Martinez and Frost among the league leaders in blocks per game. Through 14 games, Artichokes average almost 68 points, tied for 3rd in the league. Shoot 38%, 28% from three, 73% from the line with 43 rebounds, 15 assists. They allow only 55 points, which is ranked 5th in the league. Coyotes average 58 points, shoot 37%, 27% from three, 69% from the line with 31 rebounds and almost 10 assists. And this one, underway from the Coyote Center. Of course, the Coyotes in the gray and teal, and first shot is up, and that one is off the mark, and that is loose ball picked up off the glass. Battling underneath is Aston Martinez, as well as the Coyotes, and they get the possession. So a good first defensive sequence for the Coyotes. And once again, these teams met earlier in the season. Chandler Gilbert won the first matchup 71-67. Scottsdale rotating, bringing man pressure nonstop. Alana West will pull it out. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Yazzie swings it over. Aisha, right side, dumps it down in the box. And stepping out on the baseline was Rebecca Gutierrez. This one just underway from the Coyote Center. So glad to have you with us from Chandler Gilbert. And Happy New Year to all of you out there, in case all of you have yet to hear that from someone out there. We appreciate you dialing us up right here from the Coyote Center. It's a doubleheader basketball game. The women take the center stage, and then coming up at 4 o'clock, Steve Silsby's team, ranked 12th in the country, going to take on a Scottsdale team that is locked and loaded and looking for a road victory. Chandler Gilbert trying to work the ball. First inside with Yazzie, now out to the Silva and West. 9 on the shot clock. West driving, kicks it out. The drive, penetration, partially blocked. Picked up and going the other way. Katie Frost swings it over. Kinzel. Scottsdale works the key. Swings it around to Leah Dial. Loose ball. 10 on the shot clock. And that one knocked off the glass and put in. Kinzel with a good touch off the window. Now it's Chandler Gilbert coming back the other way. West gives up the dribble. Yazzie picked up immediately. Singer on Yazzie. West picked up by Kinzel. 10 on the shot clock. De Silva. Chandler Gilbert looking to slow this one down and make it a half-court game. Scottsdale looking to keep it up-tempo. And that is going the other way as Gutierrez stepped out. A good possession. West got a good look, and that one just rolled around the rim. First time around, once again, Chandler Gilbert won this matchup 71-67 back in December. Shot is up, and that one is off the mark. Going back the other way. Singer from the top of the key. Getting words of encouragement, that is, from Talia Washington, the assistant coach. Steph De Silva working the ball up the floor. Swings it over to Lana West. Lana tries to scoop it up underneath. Loose ball. De Silva kicks it out. Aisha will let it fly. Aisha knocks down the triple. Aisha Ashley, long range. Great stroke by Aisha. Chandler Gilbert back on top. Artichokes working the ball at top of the key. Singer. Kinzel. Martinez. They swing it out. Talia Dial will let it fly. Dial short off the front of the rim. Tracked down by Yazzie. Another good defensive possession by the Coyotes. Yazzie gives up the dribble. Alana West will pull it out. Singer getting the assignment. De Silva tracked down by Dial. And an offensive foul away from the ball is Rebecca Gutierrez. First team foul on this one for either team. A slow, sluggish affair. And some of the Coyotes players on the men's side here, Lockie McCain, Parker Larson, as well as Jumpin' Joe Brazier. Shot is up. Steph De Silva tracking it down, trapped in the backcourt. Steph works her way out of it. Great work by De Silva. Aisha, Yazzie swings in the quarter. Gutierrez, West. De Silva picked up immediately. Aisha thought about it for a split second. 13 on the shot clock. West gets the screen from Gutierrez the other way. Gets the screen from Aisha. West in the lane. Loses the handle. Kinzel picks it up. Scottsdale, 3-on-1. Kinzel. Scottsdale with the opportunity going by the wayside, but that time a long-range dagger by Ashton Martinez. Martinez, one of the leading rebounders in the league, with a good look and showed the stroke. Good defense by Scottsdale. Michaela Snyder coming up with the steal. That one in and out. West with the rebound. A 5-3 Scottsdale lead. Very sluggish affair. Once again, Scottsdale wants to play up pace. The Coyotes want to keep it a half-court game. Gutierrez shoots it over to Alana West. West, Aisha Ashley down in the blocks. Yazzie so good the other night. Misses, follows her shot, kicks it out. Aisha, 4 on the shot clock. De Silva, West fires it up, and that one is good at the buzzer. Alana West knocks down the triple. And it's a 6-5 Chandler Gilbert lead. Martinez, and that's going to be a reach-in foul against the Coyotes. Aisha will pick up the foul. Second team foul for the Coyotes. Checking out, Nikki Kinzel checking in. Danae Williams, and Williams is a force. Talking to Scottsdale assistant coach Danae Williams. Williams has got plenty of game, a 3-level scorer, can do it all. She puts it on the floor. Williams showing the skill set, going back up and doing what she does. Drawing contact. The foul call this time goes against Steph De Silva, That's her first. And Williams will go to the line to shoot a pair. Williams, a 75% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Williams misses on the second. We're knotted at 6. Yazzie getting trapped momentarily in the backcourt. De Silva swings it over to West. West picked up by Talia Dial. Good defense on both sides. Checking into this one, Megan Urbanski. Urbanski, couple dribbles, fires it up, and draws the contact against Martinez. And Urbanski will go to the line. Megan, a 67% free throw shooter, misses on the first. Tight game. 6-6 under 4 minutes left in the first. And Urbanski knocks down the second. Chandler Gilbert coming off the big win the other night against South Mountain. They shot great from the floor, shot great from 3. One of their best performances of the year. Long range shot. That one's off the foot of the iron. Williams is there. Williams in a mad scramble. Ball is loose. Shot won't go. Shot won't go, I should say. Pull back out. 3 seconds. Martinez lets it fly from long range. That's off the back of the iron. West will pull it down. West trapped in the backcourt. Gets it over to Yazzie. Good composure by Alana West. Yazzie. De Silva in that corner. 14 the shot clock. Steph De Silva working the top of the key. Urbanski now. Picked up by Snyder. West driving the lane. West. And West will draw the contact, or they call the offensive against Lana West. And on the other end, Fletcher Brown was looking for the foul against Martinez. Martinez was moving. Instead, it goes back the other way. Under 3 minutes left in this first. Shot is up from the outside. And a good soft roll by Christine Scabby. It's an 8-7 Scottsdale lead. The pace is of Chandler Gilbert's liking. How about Cheryl Yazzie getting in the rim and just missed the bunny. Now it's back the other way. Talia Dial. Dial gets the roll. Talia Dial showing the handles in the middle of the floor. About to check in Caden Cosgrove. A 10-7 Scottsdale lead. West. Yazzie. Little spin in the lane. Taken away by Martinez. Scottsdale running. Talia Dial the other way. Dial up and in. And Scottsdale now up by 5. 12-7. Urbanski being tracked down in the backcourt. Thrown away. Martinez. Scottsdale running and banked off the glass is Christine Scabby. And the Artichokes on a run. Fletcher Brown calling the timeout to regroup his squad. A much needed timeout as ball handling and getting good shots off areas of concern for Coach Fletcher Brown. And while we got a timeout on the floor, we can look at the conference standings. Arizona Western 9-0, 13-3 overall. Eastern Arizona 9-1, 16-1. Mesa ranked in the top 10, 7-3, 12-4. Pima, 7-3, 12-5. Cochise, 6-3, 11-5. Scottsdale, 4-5, 8-6 overall. Central Arizona, 4-5, 5-10. Yavapai, 4-5, 4-12. Chandler Gilbert, 4-7, 9-9. Glendale, 2-8, 6-10. Phoenix College, 2-8, 3-13. A much-needed timeout for Chandler Gilbert. Jordan Zachary on the floor. Caden Cosgrove also in the game. Cosgrove getting tracked down from behind. Giving chase. Christine Scabby. 13 on the shot clock. Aisha will let it fly from three. And Aisha a little short as Danae Williams off the iron. Talia Dial thought about it for a split second. Shot is up. Scabby from long range. Won't go. Snyder up and in off the putback. Michaela Snyder averages almost 10 points a game. Cosgrove draws contact against Danae Williams. That's the first for Williams. And Caden will go to the line. A 67% free throw shooter. And that one misses on the back end. Right now, it's pertinent that Chandler Gilbert find its momentum. So Cosgrove gets a much-needed basket off the free throw. Snyder, a couple dribbles. Good defense. Talia Dial putting on the floor. Dial getting to the rack. And it's an 18-8 Artichokes lead. Dial with 6 first quarter points. Jordan Zachary also in. Turnover. Going back the other way. Open floor, up and in. Christine Scabby coming off the bench with 6 first quarter points. Scottsdale up 28. And that is how the first period will end. Scottsdale going on a tremendous run, getting good efforts from Christine Scabby off the bench with 6 points. Talia Dial finding a rhythm with 6 as well. On the other side, Chandler Gilbert trying to find its scoring touch. Aisha with 3, Alana West with 3. Couple of free throws knocked in by Caden Cosgrove and Megan Urbanski. And that is where we are as of now. Both sides talking things over. And as we saw in the latter half of that first period, the pace really started to pick up of Scottsdale's liking. They want to play up court. They want to not be in the half court. And Chandler Gilbert sped up a little bit. Ball control was an issue in the second half of that first period. Several turnovers led to fast break baskets for the Artichokes. So the Artichokes will start the second period with the possession. On the floor for Chandler Gilbert. West, Cosgrove, Gutierrez, Ashley, and De Silva. And there's a travel call against Talia Dial. On the floor right now for Scottsdale. Talia Dial, Scabby, Snyder, Williams, as well as Katie Frost. Cosgrove picked up by Talia Dial. Alana West will regroup the offense. 14 seconds on the shot clock. The kick out to Cosgrove, puts it on the floor, swings it over in the corner. Zachary swings it over back to West, the other side. Taken away by Snyder. Williams up the floor. Scabby, open court. And Scabby puts it up and in. And the run continues for Scottsdale. Now up 22-8. And West loses the handle. Scabby shoots it over to Talia Dial. Elbow jumper. That one in and out. The battle ensuing underneath. Katie Frost up and in. Frost, the hustle and the muscle underneath. The foul call will go against Steph De Silva. Her second. About to check in. Jalen Nacio. Taking a breather, Steph De Silva. Frost at the line. 70% free throw shooter. And Frost knocks it down. She's got three. A 25-8 Scottsdale lead. They led 20-8 after one. On a 5-0 second period run. Ashley swings it over to West. Taken away by Frost. Frost to Talia Dial. Scramble on the court, and Dial picks it up. Dial swings it over. Snyder, left side, thought about it. Williams to Frost down in the box. Ashley, defensive coverage. And Frost goes over the top. And a good call by the referee. Your referees for tonight's contest: Chris Peterson, London Gailey, and JC Clicks. Referees always doing a great job. Always calling the game hard and fair. And they do a good job of letting the ladies play, which is paramount. Swung out. And that one's knocked out of bounds. Good defense by the Artichokes. Boo Brousseau. Leah Brousseau, they call her Boo. West swings it over. Jordan Zachary puts it on the floor. Swings it to Cosgrove. West, Aisha Ashley, top of the key. Misses from three. Frost down court to Leah Dial. Dial swings it over Williams. And Williams puts it in off the great feed from Talia Dial. A 27-8 Scottsdale lead. And right now, Chandler Gilbert just needs some good offensive possessions. Aisha, elbow jumper. Off the window, won't go. Williams with the rebound. Graceful like a gazelle and pull-up jumper. Coach Fletcher Brown has to call the timeout. A full timeout for Chandler Gilbert. And we'll take a short timeout here from the Coyote Center. It's the Artichokes and the Coyotes right here in the East Valley on the campus of Chandler Gilbert. And we welcome you back to the Coyote Center, where the Artichokes have made the short trek from Scottsdale, and they've come with a purpose. Led 20-8 after one, and they've started this second period on a 9-0 run. Yazzie, Jordan Zachary. Yazzie on that right side, picked up by Talia Dial. Artichokes showing tremendous defensive pressure. Great rotation. Jalen Nacio inside. Yazzie. And that was knocked away. Good defense by Kinzel underneath the basket. Artichokes with active hands. Coyotes need a good basket from the outside. Long range from Nacio, and West will track it down. West will reset. Zachary trying to get in the lane. Forces it up. Shot won't go. Martinez pulls it down. Scottsdale running. Back the other way. Talia Dial in the lane. Pull-up jumper, and Dial makes it look easy. Dial, one of the leading scorers in the conference, averaging almost 13 a game. Yazzie swings it over to West. West in the lane. And a basket put in by Alana West. She's got 5. And a much-needed basket by the Coyotes. Katie Frost down in the blocks. Frost doesn't connect underneath. And that one trickles out of bounds against the Coyotes. 19 on the shot clock. This is a Scottsdale team that has gone through a hellacious last 5 games, playing some of the best teams in the league. Losses to Pima, Arizona Western, a win over Glendale, and back-to-back losses against Mesa. Cosgrove shot off the glass, won't go, and hitting the court hard was Boo Brousseau. And the foul call goes against Alana West. And you never want to see a young lady or a young man get hurt on the court. Game is hard enough as is. 17 on the shot clock. Katie Frost picked up by a couple of Coyotes defenders. Martinez underneath. Martinez can't connect, and it's Yazzie the other way. Yazzie shoots in the corner. Jordan Zachary thought about it for a split second. Yazzie will fire it up. Short off the front of the iron. Tracked down by Shalene Singer. Singer shoots it over. Kinzel, long range from 3. Kinzel just short off the front of the iron. Frost blocked by Yazzie. Nacio coming up. Nacio. West. And West loses the handle. Katie Frost swings it back over. Aaliyah Brousseau running the point. Martinez swings it over to Singer. Frost down in the blocks, picked up by Yazzie. Martinez point blank look and knocks it off the glass. Martinez, she's got 5 points. Martinez is one of those players who's very efficient at being a scorer. Sometimes she focuses too much on rebounding, but Coach Washington and Coach Bonham have talked about and try to stress to her to be an offensive weapon as well. Scottsdale back the other way. Swung out. Martinez long range. A little long. Frost pulls it down. And the Artichokes will reset. 13 on the shot clock. Martinez, that left side. Swung around. Singer pulls up. A little long off the back of the iron. Zachary coming up the left side. Zachary getting in the lane. Nacio right there. Nacio, and a good transition basket by the Coyotes. Zachary to Nacio. Under 4 minutes left in this first half. Martinez lets it fly from 3. Martinez and Zachary pulls it down. Coyotes trying to go on a run to pull closer. And Zachary lost the handle. And going up and in on a great effort. Leah Brousseau. Back the other way, West. Nacio thought about it. West underneath. Good movement by the Coyotes. Coach Washington wanted a 3-second call. Katie Frost underneath. Frost. And Frost will draw the contact and shoot a pair. Foul call will go against Cheryl Yazzie, her first. Checking in for the Coyotes. Rebecca Gutierrez, as well as Megan Urbanski. And Frost will go to the line to shoot a pair. 70% free throw shooter. She's got 3 here in the second. A well-balanced effort by the Artichokes. Frost knocks down the first. Danae Williams about to check in. And Frost connects on both. She's got 5. Frost checks out. Williams back in. Coyotes with an uphill battle. Still a lot of time left. Just got to lock it down defensively, and that one is taken away. Bad pass and up and in by Scabby. She's got 10 points. Yazzie working up the floor. Nearly taken away by Scabby yet again. Great defensive pressure by the Artichokes. Gutierrez, that right side. West down the lane. West can't connect. Danae Williams, open floor. Danae, left side, picked up by Urbanski. Williams pulls it out. Inside, Martinez, the kick out. Snyder. Back to Williams down in the blocks. Williams in a tie-up situation in favor of the Coyotes. So a good defensive sequence by the Coyotes. Fans out there, please remember, all Chandler Gilbert sporting events are free to the public. Love to see you out here. Wear your gray, wear your teal, and come out. Nacio thought about it for a split second. She pulls it out. Yazzie in the lane, swings it over to Nacio. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And Nacio and West with the miscommunication. $1:39 left. Scottsdale has led this one throughout. Chandler Gilbert had an early lead. We have a travel against Snyder. So the Coyotes with a $1:24 to build some momentum into that second half, where hopefully they can make a push. Good crowd on hand. Of course, we have the boys' game coming up later. 2 heated rivals. Steve Silsby's team and Curtis Millage, the interim coach for Scottsdale. Scottsdale and Chandler Gilbert always play thrillers. Urbanski. Martinez comes up with the steal. Snyder, open floor. Blocked by Urbanski. Scabby fires up the elbow. And they're going to call Christine Scabby. That's her second. And checking back in, Talia Dial. 49 seconds left. And Yazzie, bad inbounds. Talia Dial, shot is up from the outside, and that one is connected from long range. Leo Brissou knocks down the 3. Coyotes just having issues inbounding and getting the ball up the court. Urbanski loses the handle. 42-14. Artichokes coming to Chandler Gilbert with a purpose. Snyder off the glass. Going back up and getting the roll. Martinez. Coyotes will play for the final shot. Nacio will let it fly. Nacio is short. And after the end of one, it's all Artichokes, 44-14. We'll take a short time out from the Coyote Center. You're watching the Artichokes and the Coyotes right here on the Coyotes Sports Network. And we welcome you back to the Coyote Center, where Fletcher Brown's team has run into a little bit of a buzzsaw, trailing Scottsdale 44-14. The Artichokes, big second period, outscoring the Coyotes 24-6. So the Coyotes with an uphill battle. Coyotes led by Alana West with 7 points. And on the other side for Scottsdale, Christine Scabby with 10 points. Talia Dial with 8. Aston Martinez with 7. So we've seen the women having some issues off the inbounds, and they're going to have to be better at getting the ball in and getting the ball past the half-court line. So that's going to be an uphill battle. And coming up right after this one, we are going to have a tremendous basketball game between Steve Silsby's Coyotes and the Artichokes, led by interim coach Curtis Mills. Joining me right now is Matt McCurdy. And Matt, anytime you get Scottsdale and Chandler Gilbert on the men's side getting together, it's always a battle.
Absolutely. I mean, these are two solid teams. They got great programs. They've been established. They've been around for a long time. And when they played, they want to win. They want to beat each other out. The last game they played, it was a tie one, went to overtime. I was talking to Coach Silsby. You know, he really felt like they could have won that game without going to that overtime, but nonetheless made for an exciting match.
It did. And talking to Justin Fisher, and this is a Coyotes team that's now ranked number 12 in the country. We talked about them, Matt, you and I, a couple weeks ago, that where was the national attention? Well, now they've got it. And just talking to Justin Fisher literally a minute ago, he said, look, we don't really focus in on that. We just try to focus on the game to game. And he realizes when he's talking about Scottsdale, he said, we had them big the first time around. And we kind of let up on the gas, and they made a push. And he said they've had a good week of practice, and they're ready to take on the Artichokes here today. And I think the whole team, from Coach Silsby all the way down to everyone on that roster, Matt, is that they realize you're ranked number 12 in the country. You've got the big bullseye on your chest.
Absolutely. I mean, when that pressure's on, when you've got a solid roster, a solid team, and you can play and compete against most of these teams. I mean, you know, they're not putting up small numbers. You know, the pressure's on. They want to continuously keep on doing good and keeping that really good record that they've been having.
Coyotes running a 9-game winning streak, ranked 12th in the country. Of course, we're going to have that coming up here in just call it about an hour or so from the Coyote Center. And of course, for all those Coyotes fans out there, please, all Coyotes fans, please realize that the games are free to the public, and we'd love to see you down here at the Coyote Center. So if you're sitting around watching the live stream, of course, we appreciate you doing that. We could also have you here joining the action live right here from the campus, which is located right off Pecos Road, off the 202, right up Cooper Road. So it's between Cooper and Gilbert Road. So if you're shopping for a new car off Gilbert Road, swing on by and make it to the Coyote Center. So we have a second half of basketball to come, and Coach Fletcher Brown and his team with an uphill battle. They were in this one early, and then all of a sudden the shots weren't falling. Scottsdale bringing the press and traps on the inbounds, and it led to a lot of easy opportunities in transition. And so Fletcher Brown and Coach Leon Sutton, his assistant, probably having some words of encouragement, but also some heated words as well. Because at some point, especially on your home court, Matt, there is that competitive spirit, and there's that competitive energy and mindset that you don't want to let someone come into your house and just have their way.
Mm-hmm. There's nothing more frustrating than getting beat, you know, in your home base with all the fans around, everyone, you know, where you should be winning. You know, it's nice to beat someone at their home court, but never nice to be beat in your home court. So, yeah, if I'm Coach Fletch, I'd be a little frustrated. You know, this is not a good look for the Coyotes here at the halftime. But hopefully they can pull out and come in strong and motivated, and that's one of Coach Brown's specialties. So
And as we look at the conference standings yet again, of course, Mesa, they're a lock for the playoffs. A team that's ranked number 6 in the country, 12-4 overall, 7-3. Pima's right there, 7-3, 12-5, and you've got Scottsdale that's battle tested. They've got a lot of firepower on this team. We've seen it with Talia Dial, Nikki Kinsey, Danae Williams, Kayla Snyder. I mean, this is a very good basketball team that, even though they went through that 5-game gauntlet and lost 4 or 5, they were in every game. And talking to assistant coach Washington for the Artichokes, she feels that with this team, it's really about just cleaning some things up in the last 2 minutes of the first half, last 2 minutes of the second half. So this is a very good basketball team that's come in here today. And for Chandler Gilbert, it really is about bringing the focus, energy, and effort. This team is too good to be down 30 at the half. And I'm sure that was part of the message for Coach Fletcher Brown and Leon Sutton addressing the team. And regardless of the outcome, you know he just wants to see his team play hard and compete in this second frame.
Absolutely.
That might have been lost a little bit in that first half, but we are closing in on the second frame from the Coyote Center. It's the Artichokes coming in with a 4-5 league record, 8-6 overall, led by Talia Dial, the leading scorer, and Danae Williams, who's getting all kinds of D1 looks coming off the bench, and they are getting ample scoring punch in this one. Once again, it's Dial with 8, Christine Scabby leading the team with 10, and a lot of those, Matt, were basically off steals, off Chandler Gilbert turning the ball over in the backcourt off the inbounds. So now it's Chandler Gilbert on the floor with Yazzie, Gutierrez, West, Steph De Silva, Aisha Ashley on the other end. Kinzel, Frost, Martinez, Singer, as well as Talia Dial. Singer swings it over Dial. Kinzel shoots in the corner. Martinez thought about it. Long range 3. Martinez misses. Frost is there. Singer, short jumper, won't go. Battle ensues underneath. De Silva tracks it down. West picked up immediately by Talia Dial. West pulls it out, will set up the offense, but I just love the fact that Chandler Gilbert got that ball up the court quickly. Didn't wait for the trap in the backcourt, which plagued them so much in that first half. Gutierrez. And Gutierrez will go to the line, and she draws the contact against Katie Frost. So good defense leads to good offense on the other end. Gutierrez stepping to the line. 60% free throw shooter. Connects on the first. And Gutierrez connects on both. The first 2 points of this contest. And a good start for Chandler Gilbert. Good defense, good offense. And they call the hand check on Gutierrez. And Talia Dial. Talia Dial's got great handles. I mean, she can go east, west, north, south, and she's getting some D2 looks. She's getting some NAIA looks as well. Gutierrez picks up that foul as Martinez and Dial thought about it for a split second. Dumps it down to Martinez, the kick out. Singer gets the double team, beats it, Kinzel. Dial in the corner, Dial fires it up, and Dial connects. Talia Dial, one of the leading scorers in the conference. She has 11. De Silva swings it over. Little two-man game up the floor. Yazzie coming off a 25-point effort against South Mountain the other night, where she was fantastic. Made just about every shot. De Silva puts it on the floor. Kicks it over to Aisha Ashley. Ashley, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Yazzie lets it fly from long range, and that is off the mark. And the Coyotes got some good looks. They had some opportunities in that possession, Matt.
That's the type of ball movement the Coyotes really need. They need to whip it side to side, get open looks, and keep the ball moving like you're talking about, Joe.
Kinzel gets up the floor. Kinzel, non-shooting. Foul call will go against Alana West, her third. They call that on West, her second foul. Referees resetting the shot clock, and here we go. Fletcher Brown trying to motivate his girls, motivate his team. Tough sledding in that first half. Long range shot by Singer, and Singer connects. And look, if you're Chandler Gilbert, nothing you can do about that. Sometimes shots fall, but make them force that shot from the outside. Make them earn everything from the outside. Nothing underneath. Aisha strong to the rack. Good move by Aisha Ashley. She's got 5 points. Kinzel back the other way. Dumps it down to Katie Frost. Frost swings it over. Stolen by Yazzie. Yazzie trying to beat up Dial on the backcourt. Yazzie shoots it over from Gutierrez. Yazzie in the corner. De Silva working the top of the key. De Silva pulls it out. De Silva, a couple dribbles, swings it over to Yazzie. Yazzie. Coyotes. 8 on the shot clock. Yazzie. Ashley from long range. Misses on the side of the iron. Gutierrez getting tangled up. Possession arrow in favor of the Artichokes. And Nikki Kinzel, scrappy little player, Nikki Kinzel. She's great from three, can really knock down that long range shot and got good handles and underneath working it. But in talking to Coach Bonham of the Artichokes, he feels from top to bottom, they've got that's a great shot by Cheryl Yazzie. And it's really great to see Cheryl Yazzie believing in her offensive game. She might have passed that shot up, Matt, a couple weeks ago. Now she's taken that. And that one is thrown out of bounds and right into the Artichokes bench. But getting back to my initial point talking about Coach Bonham is that he feels from top to bottom, whoever comes in can score and light it up. And we've seen that from the bench. Danae Williams doesn't even start for this team, and Danae Williams is, when it's all said and done, will be playing D1 basketball somewhere. Gutierrez gets it back to Yazzie. 13 on the shot clock. De Silva misses long range. Scooped up by Singer. Kinzel, open floor. Dynamic to Leah Dial. Dial shoots that over to Williams.
And Joe, as you're saying about having that bench that's long, deep, skilled, that's a powerful tool to have in these type of games. I mean, you can rotate your players out, give them a breather, throw them back in. It just makes you a very lethal team when you're playing against teams.
Absolutely. Michaela Snyder back in for the Artichokes. Long range shot. And Snyder putting up 9 points a game, showing her range. She's got 5. De Silva almost throws that one away. And once again, we're seeing Chandler Gilbert with some issues in the backcourt. Swung out. Good ball movement. West will try to throw it up. West. Take it away. Open floor. Kinzel to Leah Dial. Up and in. Dial. She's got 13. The lead is 34 for Scottsdale. And Fletcher Brown talking some things over with his team. So now it's really, this is a learning moment for Chandler Gilbert. A moment where you want to say it's at like almost a turning point in the season for this team, because this is not the kind of effort Fletcher Brown expected from his team, especially on home court, especially after coming off the win against South Mountain, where they shot well from the outside, 56%. They shot well from long range, 50%. And then they come home and the effort and energy just is not matching what is needed at this point in the season. Only a handful of games left, and this is one of them. And it's really about this last 5:34 in the third, and the full fourth period is where this team goes from here. Harness the energy, harness the will. That's the biggest thing about sports. You can harness the skill, you can't harness the will, and this is going to be a collective effort by these young ladies to fight, scrap, claw, find good shots, get the ball up the floor, and show that they've got the ability to be a force in this conference down the stretch and be a force come playoff time as well.
Absolutely.
Megan Urbanski inbounds. Zachary racing up the floor. That foul call will go against Christine Scabby. Scottsdale doing a really good job bringing the ball pressure on the sidelines, putting two bodies on. But once again, I loved what Chandler Gilbert did. Race the ball up the floor, not allowing Scottsdale to get into their defensive trap situation, which we've seen too many times.
Yeah, you got to appreciate the energy and the effort from the Coyotes. I mean, especially in the second half, they're screening for each other. They're making the passes. They're pushing the ball a little bit faster down the court. Unfortunately, the score, it's a tough one to come back from. They got to be taking every opportunity, capitalizing on the energy they have when they get a good score or a good screen. But to the Archokes, kudos to them. They're moving the ball quick. They're finding the openings. Coyotes are no joke on defense, and they're finding open spots and putting the ball into the hoop.
So when we reflect on the win over South Mountain, and that was an impressive game. They won 70-52. They were 27 of 48 from the floor, 56%. Matt, 10 of 20 from three. Aisha Ashley will shoot the free throw. And Ashley nails them both. And I'm going to assume in this situation, it was a foul call against Danae Williams that allowed Aisha Ashley to go to the line. Williams was talking about that up the middle of the floor. A technical against Williams, and now it's another opportunity for the Coyotes to get some points down low. Ashley. And Ashley draws the contact against Martinez, and Martinez had that look like she thought she forced the jump ball. And Ashley will go to the line. So you can hear the wrath of venom coming from the Scottsdale bench, feeling that Ashley coming up on the shot, and Martinez got all ball in that situation. And that's the thing about coaches. Look, it doesn't matter the score. They're coaching, and they're passing right down to the final second. Coming up that other side, Kinzel working the handles so well. Martinez, long range three, up and in. Ashley Martinez, she's got 10 points. 58-23. Urbanski, picked up by Snyder, works the backcourt. And they call the 10-second violation. So another turnover in the backcourt by the Coyotes. 4:42 left in the third. Snyder over to Danae Williams. Snyder knocks down 10 a game. Little floater, won't go. And Snyder will shoot two. Foul call will go against Jordan Zachary. And you can tell now as we watch Scottsdale, they're very versatile. They've got good guards, move the ball quickly, and their forwards can handle and shoot the ball from long range. This is a team that, there's no shame in their back-to-back losses to Mesa, ranked number 6 in the country. And talking to Coach Washington and Coach Bonham, they were in both games. Mm-hmm. So you got to wonder if they clean a couple things up. This is a team that could do some damage
No, absolutely.
here in no time. Cosgrove, and Cosgrove's going to get called for the travel.
Absolutely, Joe. I mean, and just like they're good example of what you're talking about. Tonight, they're in their heads. They're just hesitating, knocking the ball down the court. Right there, a simple travel. You know, what the hesitation between each move.
Other way. Shot is up by Scabby. And I got to tell you, I'm impressed by that young lady. Here's a young lady who comes off the bench and provides the energy and effort from Salt River, Arizona. Went to Westwood High right here in Mesa. Handles the basketball well, shoots it well from long range, and this shot's up from long range from Urbanski. Misses. Knocked out of bounds, and possession in favor of Chandler Gilbert. But once again, it really comes down, as we reflect on this, it's also Chandler Gilbert won this first matchup back in December. And that one is up and in. Aisha Ashley. She's got 9 points. Williams down in the box. Williams kicks it over. Good recognition. Talia Dial, long range, won't go. Jordan Zachary. Danae Williams. Imposing her will on the back end of that loose ball situation. Katie Frost checking back in. Ashton Martinez checking out. Scabby, Zachary on her. Snyder thought about the catch and shoot situation. Snyder driving, swings it over. Dial, good ball movement by Scottsdale. Scabby lets it fly. Just a nice look. I mean, that was just, I gotta tell you, that's textbook basketball right there. A lot of touches, and Scabby with the great form from the outside. And she's played relentless. She's got 13 off the bench. Nacio, steal by Talia Dial. Dial lost the handle. Snyder from long range. Snyder knocks it down. Kayla Snyder. She's got 8 points. Cosgrove. Coyotes get up quickly. Zachary going in. Zachary puts it in. A good, aggressive move by the Coyotes. On the other end, no hesitation. Talia Dial. Danae Williams up and in. Williams now with 7 points. And the Coyotes move the ball quickly up the floor. Cosgrove gets the screen from Urbanski. Swings it out to Urbanski. Urbanski. Nacio in the corner. Cosgrove. Little floater. Good ball movement and a good end result for the Coyotes. Cosgrove. She's got 3. Other side. Talia Dow, long range 3. Williams is there. Going up and strong. Danae Williams, and Matt, you can see from the skill set of Danae Williams, you can see why a lot of D1 teams are looking at her for a potential role in their squad come next year. Nacio swings it over Urbanski. Aisha will let it fly from 3. Shot is off the mark, and Urbanski steps in the baseline. Checking back in. Aaliyah Brousseau, as well as Ashton Martinez. Williams and Scabby getting a breather. 1:36 left in the third. Right after this one, doubleheader action. And it's going to be a heavyweight fight, ladies and gentlemen, as the men will go at it. Backdoor cut to Leah Dial, making it look easy on a great feed from Martinez. Dial now with 15. Gutierrez swings in the corner. Cosgrove long range. Off the mark. Tracked down by Zachary. Gutierrez picked up by Martinez. Urbanski. 9 on the shot clock. Cosgrove puts it on the deck. Blocked by Ashton Martinez. Snyder, left side. Coyotes get back in transition. Dial misses. Frost is there. Second chance basket, and Rousseau is there. Rousseau now with 10 points. Balanced scoring throughout for the Artichokes. And they call the foul against Talia Dial. And you can tell the frustration of Fletcher Brown on that sideline. Almost having to encourage his team to like find the will in this one.
You got to appreciate the Artichokes, even being up as much as they are in the third quarter here, still continue to push that pace, play at that level, move the ball. I mean, they're just playing good basketball across the board. So it's tough to see for the Coyotes.
Absolutely. Urbanski connects on both. 67% free throw shooter. That's a good sign right there. Hitting shots from the free throw line. Got to take the positives out of every bad situation. Frost getting in the lane.
Good defense.
Taken away by Zachary. Coyotes pounding the post. Martinez takes it away. Swung over. Snyder, long range. Snyder off the iron. Nacio down court. Zachary. Other way. That one won't go. Up and in. Good second chance effort by Rebecca Gutierrez. And after three, it's a 77-33 Scottsdale lead. We'll take a short timeout from the Coyotes Center. You're watching the Coyotes and Artichokes on a Super Saturday of basketball off the 202 in Cooper Road in the East Valley. Start the fourth quarter from the Coyote Center. Coyotes uphill battle on this one, trailing 77-33. They won the first matchup against the Artichokes back on December 16th in Scottsdale, 71-67. This time around, it's been all Artichokes. As we reflect on that game back in December, Matt, Coyotes shot 46%. 26 of 56 from the floor, 6 of 19 from three, 81% from the free throw line, and did a nice job of holding Scottsdale in check. This time around, and they call a travel call against Ashton Martinez. This time around, the shots didn't fall early. The turnovers in the backcourt were crippling for Chandler Gilbert, and we have a lopsided score as Fletcher Brown and his ladies try to salvage this fourth and build on it for their next matchup. De Silva, turnaround.
Good shot.
Steph De Silva, first bucket of this one on the other end. Kinzel over to Snyder. Snyder, Frost. Good ball movement. Martinez, little elbow, and that's precision-like for Scottsdale. Martinez now with 12 points. De Silva the other way. Shoots it over to West. West picks up by Snyder. Urbanski. Shot is up, won't go. Taken away by Frost. And that's one of those rebounds right there, Matt, that's kind of the indicator of how the day has gone. Shot from the outside. Long range shot by Brew Brissou. Brissou now with 13 points. Gutierrez and De Silva working the ball up the court, back and forth. Gutierrez, Nacio long range, off the side of the iron. Martinez there. Yazzie knocks it away. So ample scoring on the Scottsdale side. Up-tempo basketball. And Chandler Gilbert showing press and backcourt violation. Excellent defense by Chandler Gilbert. That time, Ilea Brissou is very short. Coyotes brought the bigger bodies, and Brissou lost where she was on the court. And then Chandler Gilbert gets the turnover. Urbanski, as we go back to live action. Yazzie long range, misses off the front of the iron. And I'm okay with Cheryl Yazzie taking shots. She's got to trust her game, and coming off a 25-point effort. Talking to Coach Fletcher Brown about that matchup, he says that might have been a career high for her in that game. And look at the numbers, Matt. 10 of 11 from the floor, 5 of 5 from 3, and and a leader out there who works hard. And I'm okay with her taking shots.
Absolutely. I mean, especially when the score's like this, if you're seeing an open look, now's not the time to take a hesitant shot. Just go for it. Put a good look up on the board. And all the shots she's taken have been good looks so far.
Gutierrez will go to the line, working hard down in the box. And this is what we want to see. Just want to see the Coyotes play out this fourth strong as Talia Dial is about to check back in. Rebecca Gutierrez from El Paso, Texas. Eastwood High School. Actually worked as a sportscaster back in El Paso back in the day. And Matt, some of the best food you'll ever find. A place called Chico's Tacos, which is legendary in El Paso for its tacos and fast food. So if you're ever going to make a stop, to anyone who's ever in El Paso, stop by Chico's Tacos. I promise you won't be disappointed. Iconic fast food restaurant. Chandler Gilbert off the turnover. Steph De Silva. Urbanski open look. Urbanski misses from long range. Ripped down by Martinez. Talia Dial. Scottsdale with numbers. And underneath, up and put in by Brissou. And Brissou now with 15 points. A lot of easy baskets underneath. And you got a carry call against Urbanski. 79-36, under 7 minutes left in this one. Artichokes coming in here with some attitude and some vengeance, looking for the payback after losing to Chandler Gilbert early in the season. Talia Dial. And coming off a couple hard losses to number 6 Mesa, and they have brought their A game to the East Valley here today. Lana West trapped. De Silva. Yazzie. De Silva will fire it up. Scottsdale wanted the 3-second violation. Renee Williams shoots it over. Brissou could not connect underneath. De Silva, left side. Picked up by Brissou. And the Coyotes will reset 18 in the shot clock. Lana West, Renee Williams, top of the key. Brissou on De Silva. Mismatch, and De Silva knocks it off the glass. And you like to see that. Steph De Silva, she saw the mismatch, attacked, and got the basket. Other end, long range. That one, misfire by Kinzel. And we Full timeout on the floor. So 5:41 left. 79-38. Scottsdale. Of course, Scottsdale, not that far, so it's a quick jaunt from the Artichokes, and they've brought their fan base. We see a lot of Artichoke fans out here wearing their Artichoke shirts and their gear. And Coach Bonham and his squad talking some things over after tonight for Chandler Gilbert as we see what's next on their agenda. They're at Pima, followed by a next Saturday contest right here against Glendale, and that's at 2 p.m. And look at Pima. Pima's 12-5 on the year, 7-3 overall. They're 6-4 in their last 10. So no easy task heading east on the I-10, heading to Pima. And then Glendale, a game at the Coyotes, you look at the schedule and you never want to say nothing's a gimme, right? Because of the records and so forth, but Glendale's struggling 2-8, 6-10 overall, and the Coyotes will have that game here next Saturday at 2 p.m. First time around against Pima, Coyotes lost a hard-fought match 61-50. Jordan Zachary, good ball movement. Ignacio can't connect underneath. Caden Cosgrove shoots it over to Steph De Silva. De Silva going strong and right in the face of Talia Dial. And also a factor in this one, Matt, is that Steph De Silva got a couple early fouls in that first period, which affected the flow of the offense. Ignacio off the loose ball. Dribbles past Talia Dial. Ignacio, 1-on-2. High off the glass. Going back the other way. Scabby. And dribbles that one. Ball trickles out of bounds, and the Artichokes will have 25 seconds on the shot clock. Danae Williams. Danae Williams, you can tell the skill set. She can put it on the floor, smooth, very fluid-like. Jordan Zachary over to De Silva. Scottsdale bench, Channing defense. De Silva picked up by Scabby. Ignacio, we're seeing a double team briefly. Snyder on De Silva. Ignacio, 7 on the shot clock. Aisha Ashley down low. Aisha going strong. Aisha, a little too tough off the glass. Katie Frost coming up that left side. Danae Williams. Danae Williams over to Scabby. Scabby. And that's knocked off by De Silva. 16 on the shot clock. Snyder swings it over to Katie Frost. Frost, a couple dribbles. Kick out to Talia Dial. And Dial misses. Aisha with a rebound. So the Coyotes looking for some positivity in this final frame. And there'll be a lot to process from this team. And as Aisha fires up from the free throw line, can't connect. Danae Williams gives it over to Scabby, who puts it on the deck. Misses off the window. Frost is there. Dial. Danae Williams picked up by Steph De Silva. 11 on the shot clock. Snyder. Over to Williams. 4 seconds. Williams. Taken away by Ignacio. Williams gets it back. Zachary with the steal. Coyotes with a 2-on-2. Swung out to De Silva. De Silva gets the roll. Good touch off the glass. De Silva now with 8 here in the fourth. Once again, Steph Silva non-factor. Those 2 early fouls affected the flow of the offense. So key in pushing the ball, and De Silva coming up with the steal. And Steph with a basket. De Silva with 10 fourth quarter points.
And that's the type of confidence you want to see on the court. I mean, she's making steals. She's not hesitating. She's giving the moves down in the post. She's making the defense work and really playing against it. So I mean, that's the type of game you want to see from the Coyotes, and hopefully all the other girls can kind of take that energy and keep playing. Fortunate score right now, but it's still great energy.
And we just saw a learning moment on the other side. And of course, throughout the contest, we see it on both sides. But Tasha Washington, the travel call against Scottsdale, but a learning and a teaching moment for the Artichokes. Tasha Washington, and I asked her about Danae Williams, and he says, I push her so hard because she's got such great potential. And on that last basket where we saw De Silva beat her to the basket, you heard Coach Washington say to her, talking about the effort on that play or lack of. And that's what good coaches do. Look, it's not, sometimes this generation of athletes think that, oh, the coach is coming down hard on you, right? That's not the case.
No.
They're trying to bring out the best in you because there is another level in each of us we have to find. And if a young athlete can harness that, then who knows what's ahead for them in the future. And if they do, it's that future is going to be with opportunity.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, there's so much that we can't see as individual athletes, right, in ourselves. And that coach is there to pull that out in us, at least a good coach. So, I mean, she's spot on to pull her out and tell her, hey, this is what needs to happen if you're going to keep playing in this game.
Nacio coming up. Shoots in the corner. Cosgrove, elbow. Off the mark. Ripped down by Martinez. And look, we don't have a rebound tracker on us, but I guarantee Ashton Martinez is in double figures off the glass. One of the leading rebounders in the conference at 7 tip. She focuses so hard on the glass work that sometimes she forgets about being a scorer for this team. But you can tell she's not afraid, and she's got a good shot from long range.
Absolutely.
De Silva shoots it up. Nacio had a chance of just driving it up, and Cosgrove misses the elbow. And that's the situation where Nacio's got to trust herself, just go strong on the glass. It was right there for her, and if anything, she shows that, then fakes and dishes off to Cosgrove, who could bank it off the glass easily. We're under a minute left in this one from the Coyote Center. Coyotes to Leah Dial. Dial, little floater from that left side. Aisha, who's played a strong contest. And that's ripped away by the pesky Nikki Kinzel. First time of getting a look from Scottsdale. They've got a good-looking team. If they can harness down the stretch, they're going to be a force. De Silva, long-range three won't go. Cosgrove, up and in.
Good look.
Like to see that from Caden. Get some positive moments for her out here. It's all about harnessing some good energy in these final seconds and immediately just think about this one and let it sink in and let it fester and be angry. Sometimes as an athlete, you have to look at a loss and come out and be mad about the performance. Dial, long range won't go, and that is going to do it from the Coyote Center. Final. The Coyotes fall to the Artichokes 79-47. It was 20-8 after one, 44-14 after two, and that right there was really the difference in the game. A 24-6 run by the Artichokes in that second frame to really build that 30-point halftime lead, and Coyotes could really never recover.
Absolutely. I mean, Joe, you said it best. I mean, sometimes you need some of these games to get you hungry. Where the Coyotes beat them the first time, sometimes that gets you in a mindset of, we've got this in the bag, we can win this team, and you don't get yourself mentally prepared to play right, and that's what we see here tonight.
Yes.
Hey, thank you.
Good job, Katie Frost. Good job, Talia Dial. Good job, Ms. Snyder. Scottsdale team, they've got a good bunch. Coach Bonham, Coach Washington. And as we look at the record, Coyotes fall to 9-10. Now 4-8 in league. Of course, tough stretch. They go to Pima, and Pima is a team that's in the running for the league title. And the way the league is set up, you know, at some point the conference will get it right, where it's like you split up the D1 division and the D2 division, right?
Absolutely.
And that way you can always claim the D1 winner says they won their division, D2 winner, and then ultimately you kind of play that for the conference bragging rights at the end of the year, right?
Yep.
Kind of makes sense. But needs to say it's going to be a tough stretch. They got Pima, then they come back here on Saturday, a very winnable game against Glendale. Glendale, 2-8, 6-10, but Coyotes will need better effort all the way around, and I think this is kind of a learning moment right here, Matt. And I think for this team, it's kind of they got to have a moment of self-reflection, a moment of accountability and reliability collectively to get back on track, because this is not the performance coming off a very impressive win against South Mountain by 22 on the road that they expected. And it really came down to almost not harnessing that will in that first period when at one time it was a 6-5 game. And then all of a sudden 20-8 after one, and then they're down 30 at the half. So now we're going to get ready for the boys' game. We'll take a short time out from the Coyote Center. The men's, Steve Silsby's 12th ranked Coyotes about to take on Scottsdale. It's coming up right here on the Coyote Sports Network.